Hey everyone, welcome to week 4 at Dirt Pickle. I spent about 20 and a half hours or so working on the house this week. I had a security problem last weekend, so the first bit of work is me working on the security system. I just covered adding one camera to the system. I added a few more, but the security system alerted me to the problem, and I was able to prevent any further weirdness, and the only thing I lost out of it was a push broom, thankfully. So I started doing demo on the garage, removing walls and that kind of stuff. And I'm kind of particular about it. I don't want to just go in and smash a whole bunch of stuff and then have this giant mess to clean up. So basically it was going in, tearing down a section, cleaning up the mess that created from tearing it down, and then going and tearing down another section and slowly working my way through the different walls and stuff. It takes a bit longer to do it that way, but it makes a much better work environment when everything's clean behind you, and every bit of mess you make, you can just sweep back up and dispose of and deal with and whatnot. So it's mostly just smash something, pry something, whatever, scoop stuff up into the trash, sweep, and then move on to the next piece. One of the problems is there's a ton of dirt and dust in the place, an absolute crazy amount. So you can just sweep in one section and then hop over to another section, and then sweep over there, and then go back to the first place, and it's already dusty enough that when you sweep, you see dust going. I just don't know. There's so much. Although the president of the company I work for, he did give me a tool today that should help out with that. So I'll try that out in the coming week and see how that goes. But here you can see some pictures of, I first need to get the tools out of the garage and into one of the smaller rooms in there, and then cover them up with drop cloths, painter's drop cloths, so they don't get coated in dust. So you can see that happening. It kind of swept up, moved everything over, got the old rack over there, that rack that's just full of old electronics. And then from there, I was able to hop into the garage and start tearing stuff up. So we'll roll into some security stuff here, and then from there, we'll bounce over to demo. All right, so I'm moving this camera up to the ceiling, and I cut the floor in the crawl space, and then I drilled a small hole, and I was able to get it right there next to the pillar, so it should be nice and tucked up away. So this is the camera by the front door. We're up in the crawl space. I cut up a couple holes in the floor. It's just as rotted as I thought when I knelt on it, and my knee wanted to go through. But that's the camera. Right here, I'm going to mount this little ubiquity switch. It's a pretty neat switch because it takes PoE in for power, and all 4 ports will actually pass through PoE. So I can power the camera. At the other end of the room, I'm going to stick an AP, and I'll probably have a couple cameras for the driveway outside at the other end of the crawl space. So it's pretty nice to be able to run one drop to this room and then branch off from there with the switch. All right, so the camera's up, the switch is working. It's all tucked in nice and neatly there. This line here is running back to the main IT room. I need to ultimately run it through there, which will be a fun and exciting thing to do. But now I'm going to turn around. I'm going to run a line over here and drop the AP down to the living room, or mount it in the ceiling just like the camera is. So here's the ceiling mount for the AP. I got a little bit close to the joist, so I had to cut the ring that kind of holds it up in place. But it's in there. I just need to pop the AP in place and run a Cat 5 cable over from the switch. So we're plugged in. I have the cable running up over the doorway and down to the switch. It's not the best thing. I need to get a bulk roll of Ethernet, and I can make custom cables to fit everything. And I probably should have put the switch down here, because this over here is going to be where one of the outdoor cameras goes. You can see that bit of wire where the wire nuts are. That is actually where the outdoor light is. So I figure I'll put the another camera over there. I need to bust through some of this drywall so I can actually climb out there and at least snap on the ring that holds the camera in place. You can see there's some water damage in there, but overall it doesn't look awful. Something was growing through there at some point, but looks like I should be able to just pop right on through with the camera, and I'm off to the races. So because I had extra length on the home run to the main switch, I decided to go ahead and move the little switch over here So we drop straight down to the AP. This goes over to the camera, and this goes over to a camera I just added outside at the front door. So now we got two cameras. I need to figure out how to get a camera on the other side of that wall to go down the driveway, and probably one up the driveway. Whatever. It's raining outside, and if you look right up here, there's this pipe sticking out, or conduit, with wires coming out of it, and water is dripping out of it into the basement. Fortunately, it's just the basement, it's concrete, it'll be fine, but I gotta track down the source, or wherever it is that the water's getting into there, so that it doesn't eat the insulation for the wire. All right, it's Saturday afternoon. I've torn down 2 walls out here. This is the pile of rubble. Everything that's fell down before is all bagged up and gone. So I need to start tearing down some of the ceiling so that I still have space to work and start working on those walls and work my way around here. And basically the pile of stuff will just end up continuing in the back here and take up this whole area. So just kind of working my way that way as I can. My goal for this weekend is to have everything from that side of the beam over out of here. So hopefully I can get that done by the end of tomorrow. So it turns out doors come out a lot easier if you remove the strike side of the frame and then just keep pushing them closed until they fall out. All right, so it's a little dark. It's getting dark outside, but you can see I'm standing in the back corner of the garage. All the demo is done. All the walls are gone. These rooms aren't nearly as disgusting when you take everything out of them and you sweep them up and everything. This is a pile of rubble that has to go. All sorts of insulation, dirt, and other just stuff that I was able to shovel into bags. I've officially opened my second box of contractor bags, which means I've gone through at least 50 of them. So we got stuff in the back corner, but this place is significantly better than it was even yesterday morning. Overall, about 12 hours of demo work to get the garage into this condition. I still need to go through the studs or the joists and pull all the nails out so I can get all the, you can't see right now, but there's just a bunch of stuff stuck to them. So I just kind of go along and pull all that out. And this drywall in this section I need to pull out. And then the section over the pile of rubble I won't be able to do until that's gone. So maybe I figure hire the kids for a day, take all that stuff to the dumpster when I get one, and then go through and get the ceiling done. And then I also brought old Smokey back. It's my 86 Ford Bronco. It's a project vehicle. For some reason, U-Haul wouldn't let me haul this with one of the work trucks we had, so I called AAA. They asked me why I needed a tow. I told them it doesn't run. They asked me if a jump start would work, and I said probably not. And then the guy that showed up was a car guy, so that made that a little bit easier. But for the car people watching, it's a 86. I've completely rewired it from scratch. I've converted it from carburetor to fuel injection. Right now the engine, transmission, and transfer case are sitting in the back. Soft top is permanent. It rolls up. It's pretty nifty top. But this needs to make its way into the garage after I get some stuff from inside the house, demo material, into that same pile of rubble. So that's where I'm at on Sunday evening.